Hey, what's up, guys? This is Chris Fagan. I'm talking through the medias, and I've been still quarantining like everybody else, trying to stay safe, trying to keep the family and everybody safe. And I'm still here. I'm healthy. So far, so good. But while I'm quarantining, I'm starting to talk to the walls and going a little crazy. So I was thinking to myself, how is it that the Sandman from Spider-Man can regenerate himself? Before we get into that, I want you to hit the like and subscribe button. Become a subscriber if you haven't become a subscriber already. Don't forget to follow me on social media at T3 Media. Now, if you've seen the Sandman in the movies, the cartoons, you've seen Spider-Man pretty much put him to task. He knocks his block off, he cuts his arms off, things like that. He punches through him, but Sandman seems to always bounce back. So I'm watching the Spider-Man cartoon and I'm like, how the hell does this guy's powers really work? Why is it that he can be in two places at once, or he's thrown over into a vat of water, he turns into mud, he dries up, he comes back, he can evaporate almost into like the little grains of dust and just totally vanish and fly through the air. My only theory to this, and it might be wrong, maybe it's been explained through comic books or something else, but if it has been, definitely comment below, because if you guys want to talk about this, let's talk about it. But here's my theory. When Flint was turned into the Sandman villain for the first time, I believe his brain was shrunk to the size of a grain of sand. I think that's why it was so hard for him to control his powers. When even in the movie or in any cartoon, he's always struggling to control the sand. Now, him being stuck in one grain of sand, he is able to control all the sand around him and gather more. It's like almost like a virus, like since we're talking about what's going on, right? It's an infection kind of a thing. All of those pieces of sand, the second it comes in contact with him, it gets infected with his ability, within his control. It then becomes a part of him. The more sand he can find, the greater his strengths grow. Now, whenever you see Spider-Man punch through him, knock his head off, cut his arms off, totally do all kinds of crazy stuff to him, he's always able to come back. I believe that he's one grain of sand, and since it's so hard to get at that one grain of sand where his brain is controlling everything, that's how Flint Marko, Sandman, is able to come back each and every time. Maybe he's able to transfer his brain from that one grain of sand into another, depending on where the less affected or less damaged or danger lies, right? This is just my working theory. I believe that Sandman is actually one grain of sand, and it's hard to get at that. Maybe he himself doesn't even realize it, or that he knows that he's in there, because when he is trying to collect himself, he is trying to live his life and walk around the way he normally walks around, so he might not even be aware of it himself. But I believe the only way you can just tear him down and for him to be able to build himself back up the way he does, his brain must be trapped in one grain of sand. This means that Sandman was shrunk down to the size of a grain of sand. His whole body's probably gone, no arms, no legs, no anything. This is probably why, I remember in Spider-Man 3 where he tried to pick up the picture and it just, it went through his hands. It was one of the saddest moments in Spider-Man, right? This is just my theory, guys. I don't know why I decided to just bring this up and talk about this. I got something new going on with here. What do you think about the new set and the way I'm doing my thumbnails? And like I said, comment below. Share with me your thoughts about everything, anything on this topic. Let me know below. And until next time, guys, hey.